I'm Shawn Levy. I'm a longtime Timber supporter and Portlander. We're right outside historic Providence Park. I say historic and I mean it. The first game of association football was played here in 1894. Pele played his last game here and Elvis had a concert here. This was a big ground in the NASL years, in the USL years, and now in the MLS years. It's filled with lore, it's filled with history, it's filled with Timber supporters and a terrific atmosphere. But before we go in, let's get something to drink, let's wander around the neighborhood, let's see how Portland does match day. Because Providence Park is downtown in Portland, it's near great food, great drink, great places of interest for soccer fans. You can see a lot of Portland and still see the match. And we're going to show you some of the ins and outs of how to get here and what to do once you arrive. When you get near the stadium, you're going to notice people lined up. Timbers Army is general admission, and these folks want to get to their spots, so they show up early for wristbands. In some cases, they sleep out for multiple nights to be the first people in line. I don't get it, but it happens. Wherever you're staying in Portland, it's really easy to get to a Timbers or Thorns match. One of the most obvious ways is to take the MAX train, which runs as far as the airport and gets you right to the front of the stadium. Another way that Portlanders like is a bicycle. There's a big bike corral put up for every match, lots of parking, and it's a nice way, especially in the warm weather, to come back and forth from the stadium. So I'm on a nondescript commercial street about a block from the stadium, and the building behind me looks like any other warehouse, but you notice that there's some interesting things about the decor. It turns out that it's the Timbers Army Fan Lady, which is sort of a headquarters, a gathering space, a clubhouse, if you will. It's filled with wonders. Let's step inside. So inside here, it's kind of like a museum of the Timbers Army with artwork and famous relics, including the ball that Diego Valeri put in the net in the first minute of the MLS Cup final in 2015. There's also a ticket exchange here on game day. You can pick up tickets in the stadium for cost. There's a lending library. There's usually a local beer on tap. If you're nice to the people who are running the place, you might get a sample. It's a unique meeting spot, gathering place, and sort of hearth of the Timbers Army. Portland really is a food paradise, and I'm standing in front of one of the great Portland institutions, a food cart. Well, right here, about 10 blocks from the stadium, right in the heart of downtown, there's a food cart pod with perhaps 40 different vendors, foods from every continent on earth. No matter how many people you're traveling with, everyone in your group is going to find something here to eat that they're really going to love, and it's not going to cost you a lot. If you want to pick up some gear, you can go to the official shops inside the stadium. They've got traditional sort of team sport apparel. And then there's the No Pity van, where the Timbers Army sells its gear, including the world-famous No Pity scarf, of which there are 50,000 in existence, and they sell for only $10. Check it out. Portland is famous for beer, and on game day you're going to want a few pints. Every bar has good beers. This place, the Civic Tap Room, right around the corner from the stadium, 22 beers on tap. Plus, they let you bring in food from Hot Lips Pizza, Uno Mas Taqueria, and the Boise Fry Company, so you can get some very good local eats and a great beer. You can't get a drink any closer to the stadium than the Bullpen Tavern. It's been a home to the Timbers Army and Portland sports fans for decades. They even, back in the days when the Timbers were a minor league team, let the Timbers Army paint a mural in the beer garden. If you wanted to try Portland cart food but didn't get a chance before the match, the southeasternmost concession stand right near the big 76 ball is every match a different food cart serving one or two of their signature dishes. So you can try Portland cart food in the stadium if you didn't try it beforehand. The Double Post Pub is the place to get good local beers inside the stadium. It's named the Double Post after the miraculous penalty kick that Kansas City took in this north end of the stadium that did not go in on our path to the MLS Cup. So it's named in honor of that immortal moment, and it's got the best beer inside the ground. So this is the Timbers Army on match night. Most of these people have been here since about an hour and 20 minutes before kickoff. And once the match starts, all of these people will be singing for 90 minutes. It's an earth-shaking experience to be here. 2 huge drums, 8, 10, 12 tom drums, 3 or 4 trumpets, 6 or 8 capos, spread out along 18 sections of Providence Park. It's like a work of nature. It's an awesome thing. So this is one of the core Timbers Army chants. It takes 5 seconds to go through one cycle, and we can keep it up for 5-6 minutes. Well, it's 2 hours later. The Timbers dominated San Jose, beat them 2-0. Everyone's spilling out into the streets. All the bars are going to be filled. As the song goes, there's a party in Portland, no one's sleeping tonight.